Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. This is a quickie mine, just the tip and only for a minute, just until the swelling goes down. The Craftsman, I'm not above pandering to patrons, so thank you very much for buying me a beer, and if you got a question that tweaks my interest, I'll gladly chat about it. Now, a fella asked, what wrenches do I recommend? I don't recommend anything in particular because your experience is different than my experience and so forth. However, I've been known to spend an entire afternoon polishing my tool, especially if the wife ain't home. So I got no problem at all just chatting about what I like and what I don't like and the reasons therefore. Here we got the Craftsman. Now these guys, Sears Roebuck there, they went tits up a while ago and they sold off this brand. It looks like Lowe's Blows. The blue guys are running them now. So I got this little kit here just to show you, and we're going to go over what wrenches I like, not particularly recommend. Now the blow molded case, it's got the 4 things in it, and it's got this goofy setup, of course, garbage. If you don't have this little guy in here, then you get sockets every which words, and it's a bloody fucking disaster. Haven't used this particularly. It's just sitting here in the shop for ne'er-do-wells and looky-loos. One thing I do like about these sockets is that they're not laser etched. The laser etching, if you'd focus, you fuck. Jesus, what do you tell a camera what's got 2 black eyes? Demonetized is what? Okay, so we're talking about wrenches though. I used to love these old school Craftsman wrenches. They were essentially minimum viable. You see these all over the place. However, I don't care for these new ones, what aren't made in the USA. You see, it doesn't have the full chrome polish. It's good because you can be real greasy and there's still a bit of a sticktivity there because there's some sharp edges. But if you look, oh, now I got to do something about this Jesus camera. Now, it mightn't be the warm glow of false nostalgia here, but I would say these aren't nearly as good as they used to be. If when you have a look here, it looks like it's been corn cob cut through here in order to get the nominal dimensions and then sanded along this axis on the jaws themselves. You see some of them have been done, not T-bag, others gone out with a dull apprentice. You have a look, yeah, see that? Now that is brand spanking. The other thing is some of the holes are offset, mishit. That one ain't T-bag, that one ain't T-bag. 41 on the crest there. Yeah, 30, 34, and that's way thicker over here. 51, 52. So that's 20 thou, and the difference, 0.5 millimeter offset. Now, 0.5 millimeter sounds like a blonde one to some people, but if you're 0.5 millimeter away from giving yourself summer teeth or busting a knuckle, that makes a huge difference, partner. Now the blow molded case is super convenient. Couple of problems which you'll always run into. One, they stack the count with some of these oddball tools, and then the 10 millimeter you might as well just chuck that right in the bucket because it's gone. The other thing is the set isn't complete here. It doesn't go to 19 millimeter, which is a pain in the arse. Now they do have a deep 3 Carter, which is the same. Anything below that is going to be pretty close, 17 and 11. Sometimes, you know, if something doesn't, weeble wobble it a bit. What's that? Yeehaw, stick it in grandma. If it don't fit, wiggle it a bit. But the 3 Carter and the 19 are exactly the same socket. The 22 millimeter and the 7/8 for hydraulic fitting, exact same. And the 15/16 for bolts and fittings, and the 24 millimeter, exactly the same size, like dead nuts on. Used to be, you could just about rebuild a D8 cat with a pokey bit, 3 wrenches and a hammer. The 3 wrenches being 9/16, 3 Carter, and 15/16. Then they went to high drive and no longer, confusers and so forth. The other thing is these boxes. I never buy the Snap-on new unless you got to finance them off the truck, or unless, you know, you got a big bonus or something, a whole bunch of overtime sitting there and you got to spend it. is just burning a hole right in your pocket. Now, you know, Dollar General and all those, you know, Casca's got the stainless. So guys are flipping these. They're selling these and getting new boxes. Well, these are a fucking bargain on the secondary market because they're far more skookum. The sheet metal itself is far more robust than you'll ever buy in a consumer store or from the Hazard Fart or anything like that. For storage as well, instead of the Festa or the Stanley Vidmar and all that Lista. Instead of that, I put bolts and fasteners and all that kind of thing. And then what we can do here is we label them so that when we have guest appearances, they know what the shit they're looking for. Okay, so wrenches. As I said, can't go wrong with the Fap-Off. Got the double ender here. They come in handy. I really like the old school. You can't buy them anymore, but you look, there's lots of old fellas retiring. You get the gray. These are in Canada. The full polish, real nice. Got the good juju. They feel nice in the hand. You know, real satisfaction. These fucking things. Joker. Yeah, they're a joker, all right. Garbage. I'll show you why they're garbage. Because they're not flat on this end. You're constantly fighting the Jesus thing. I don't know what they were thinking, but I guess they're thinking people are holding nuts with that. And then, yeah, utter fucking garbage because it's got the 12-point open end there. Don't bother. Don't bother. Garbage. Any kind of Euro brand name, you're going to be okay. Like Hazet or Gadori, or however, or fuck 'em out of France. If you're on an away mission and you get a chance to expense some of these bad boys, do it. You will not regret it until the accountant goes through your chits and you get fired. But the Fap-Offs, I really like the Fap-Offs. These, there was a time, these were made in Canada, and these are the beautiful ones. You tell it's got some good juju and some good miles on these. They're a joy to use. That's the thing. You work in an office, you probably got a favorite brand of pen. You know, you're not going around stealing shitty pens from the Denny's. You know, that's your tool. Or I guess nobody uses pens anymore. Probably you got a special clacky keyboard. But it's no fucking different. You're ears deep in minor piss and it's a fucking shitty day and you forgot your lunch and your light is flickering and it fucking smells like shit. At least you got a decent wrench in your hand. Now, purists who have never been out the warm confines of the home shop will dictate that you must only use the proper size socket or wrench on a fastener. You must never use the Saskatchewan socket wrench. Bullshit. You ever had to fucking climb 200 feet up a raise? Had to go to fucking, yeah. These things are the cat's ass. For fittings, hydraulic fittings, all that sort of thing. What you can do, of course, is you take this movable jaw out and you make sure Prudence, the safety goat, is not looking. And you give this an extra little chunk out of there and that opens up all the wider. You can get a lot done with one of these things. I do like the Rastall. It's got the hammer end for tapping. However, the guys are fucking pricks. So, yeah, don't buy these. What was happening was I was trying to, well, you get these free from the Getting Spot, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I was trying to set up affiliate links, and what I was going to do, I don't like doing that because I feel it would skew the reviews or skew my, I'm already biased enough. I don't need money involved to make it more biased. You know what I'm saying? So what I was going to do was put in affiliate links to an Amazon store and then give it to Deaf Blind Camp or, you know, Kids Without Fathers or whatever, you know, whatever haven't got around to it. But I was trying to get some of these in and flog the shit out of these and then give them to the, you know, give the proceeds to the whoever needs it type deal. But the fucking guys, yeah, anyway, fuck them. As far as minimal viable now, I think you can go ahead and get some of these full polish just about anywhere. These are the Master Crap. Hoonskate are okay from the Homeless Despot. The one thing you got to make sure of is that they're fully embossed lettering. Because if you get the laser etched marking, This one's, yeah, look at this. How often do you think I use this face spanner? And the Jesus thing is already wearing off just from being in the drawer, being opened up and closed. And yeah, and gear wrench, yeah, I think you pay a premium for what you get, made in Taiwan. Yeah, not bad. It comes in handy with the swivel. These oddball looking wrenches are hydraulic fitting wrenches. Right makes a hell of a wrench. Industrial Supply, can't get them here in Canada, but when I'm down in the States pulling the old frostback routine, I buy these, and then a lot of times they go missing. They walk away because they're so Jesus good. But also, you sell these. There's a arbitrage happening across the border. Just looking around here into the away mission bag. This is the junior edition. Tried these cobalt wrenches. I bought these in Honolulu. Fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. The 13 right off the hop, busted clean out of her. Junk. One thing you will need if you're doing hydraulics is tappet wrenches. You see how slim those are? These are Craftsman, old school. I can't buy them anymore, but boy howdy, I wish I had 10 sets of them. Of course, the old German standard there, DIN. These are always good. And you need old crappy ones too, because you always got to get in somewhere, and you don't want to take the grinder to your dress set. Proto, fan-fucking-tastic wrenches, satin finish. Can't go wrong with the Proto. They are pricey though. They're essentially the same cost as Snap-on, so they're industrial. And I think the Stanley are pretty much the same, as long as you don't get the laser etching. Don't do it. Let's see what else I got here. Proto Big Mama Jamma. I don't even want to think about how much I paid for that one. Probably because I got a guilty conscience. Westward, these are the same. Westward's good. This is I don't know if you can buy these in the States. They're a Canadian industrial supply brand. It's that old Craftsman style. Yeah, the other thing is you don't go and buy tools before you need them. You don't go and buy something special or whatever before you need it just because it's shiny. We've all been guilty of it. Also, if you always buy the best you can afford, because buy once, cry once, and then it's got good juju and you take care of it. If there's two arguments to that. Guys like running shitty tools because if they lose, it's no big deal. Well, how about you just, I take care of my tools, and that way I also don't fuck anything up, because foreign object damage, I don't leave any tools behind waiting to kill somebody. There's something to be said for that. So don't buy tools on speculation. You buy tools when you need them. However, if you're getting into any kind of fixery or any kind of engineering or any kind of adjustamente commissioning machines, you're gonna need certain things, and wrenches are those. Metric and imperial, because if it doesn't fit, wiggle it a bit. So thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice.